Hey, Michael, it is your Uncle Adam. How is it going? Your dad told me that you were kind of interested in guitars. And when we were growing up, your dad played bass and I played guitar. And it is some of the most fun that I remember us having playing CDs and stuff. You probably don't even know what CDs are at this point in time because we don't use them anymore, but it's how we used to play music when we were younger. And we would try to learn the songs on all of these music albums. I'm going to send you some other stuff, hopefully later today, with some playing so I can show you some of the cool stuff. But I just wanted to show you what I have here now. A lot of the things that I do, I love to play guitar, but I also make a little bit of money buying guitar stuff and then sometimes fixing it and making it a little bit better. And sometimes just finding stuff that is a good deal and then reselling it. So it kind of lets me play guitars and not really have to pay for them. So it's sort of just like renting them all the time. And I sell ones to get other ones. But anyway, I want to show you what I currently have just to show you the cool stuff because I got a couple of cool things right now that I haven't sold yet. So let me show you. This is a Gibson Les Paul, and it is this cool blue color, and it's got this really cool wood to it. And I got this one last summer because everyone was selling a lot of stuff really cheap. And so I'm actually going to be selling this one really soon. And this is a Fender Stratocaster, and this is one of the oldest guitars that I have. I actually bought this right when I got out of college. I don't have any strings on there right now. And then this is a Gretsch Duo Jet. It is very, very cool. It has this really cool silvery finish to it. I've had this one for quite a while as well. And then this is actually a Fender Telecaster that my friend Nick from high school, Uncle Brendan actually knows him because he was always over at our house. This is a guitar that he put together, but he was actually going to be leaving the country last year because his family is from Sweden, and he asked me to hang on to it, but he's actually changed his plan, so I'm actually going back to take it back to him. And his parents actually live 2 doors down from your grandmother's house in Fredericksburg now, so it's kind of cool. I get to see him very frequently. But on top of the guitars, what I really like are the amps. And so these are the amps that I currently have. And this is an amp that I built actually right before your cousin Violet was born. After Violet was born, I came home that night and I finished a little bit of work on this amp. So I didn't make any of the case or any of the, the big pieces, but all the electronics inside I put together, and I've done some changes to it. And so like if you see these bright knobs here, I added this cool sort of echo effect to the amp. And then the one right behind it was actually my amp originally, and then I gave it to that guy Nick that I mentioned because he didn't have an amp, and he actually took this amp, which was one piece like this, and he made it with a separate speaker and a separate, you call this a head, and he got it all recovered. So now it's this cool little amp. And then this is the newest one that I got. This is actually from 1963, so it is very, very old amp, even though it looks new and redone. My friend Nick also had gotten this redone, and he was going to sell it, but then, like I said, he was going to be leaving the country. So I actually bought it from him to free up his cash so that he could get out of the country and make some plans. So this one I plan to hang on for a little bit and then sell it for a little bit of profit. And then up here, I have some cool effects. So these are things that make the guitar sound different. So this is like a fuzz pedal, and so this gives like a really hard distortion, lots of fun, crazy noises. And this one is actually called, it's basically like a Univibe, and it gives this very swirly sound to it. It's kind of cool. You can control it with your foot like this. And then this is a mini wah-wah pedal, and this gives you that like waka chaka noise, and that one you also control with your foot. And then this is another distortion pedal right here. And this is a guide, it's called Full Tone, and they make them, I forget, I think it's like Wichita or something. And then this crazy thing is one of the coolest things that I have here. This is actually an echo machine. And so what this does is you plug in your guitar, and this is actually like a tape recorder. And so if you see, there is a tape head here and a tape head here. And as you play guitar, it actually records your guitar on this head, and then it plays it back here. And then if you adjust this dial this way, it changes the length of the tape. And so if you play like one note, it would go like bah, and then here it would go bah. But if you were to move this slider to here, it would go like bah bah. And so as you play, it just echoes itself. And then these are all the controls for it. So this whole box is just like the craziest thing I've ever had. And I bought this as an investment, and I was actually getting ready to sell it soon. But I will do some recordings, hopefully later today, and send you some of this stuff, because I've got some really, really crazy things, and it all sounds just awesome. And if you are ever interested in playing guitar, I also have a lot of these things that I can send you. This is actually a mini little amp that you can plug right into a guitar, and then you can put headphones into it. And I accidentally was sent 10 of these a few years ago. So I have some extras. If you're interested, I can send them down to you. Anyway, I'll get some recorded stuff together for you so you can see how all of this stuff goes together. And I will talk to you soon.